They'll need to get the play off quickly. On 3rd and short, this is Janovich. Now Brandon McManus for the Bronco field goal. Less than an extra point attempt here. This is an 18-yarder. And McManus able to put it through. And they're sitting pretty now as the lead grows even further. So it's 3 more points, and that widens things out even further here in the 4th.
Hey, in this league, you can never have too much. So if you're in range, grab the 3 whenever you can.
So they surrendered 3 points, and now after the kickoff, this offense gets ready to take over the football. The play clock's running down. Coming right, this is Charles. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Brandon's all about pace and tempo now for them. They've got the advantage, so I'm going to put musical terms for you. You don't want to go prestissimo. That's too quick, too lively, right? But you also don't want to slow it down too much. You don't want to go lento. What you really want to be is moderato. Nice and even, nice and steady, get those gains, and close out the game.
I think that chicken parm from last night's gone to your head. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Charles. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Broncos first down. I think this defense tired of seeing him run the football, and this D-line probably getting sick of the O-line as well.
And as I'm watching this, I'm thinking about a conversation I had with Adam Gase, the head coach of the Miami Dolphins in the offseason. He told me that he asked his running backs each week for their favorite runs. Give me your 3 top runs. And right now, you're seeing a guy that's probably using his top runs to great advantage in this game.
He is in a zone, and he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. And he'll get 3 down to the 34-yard line.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
Perhaps they overthought this one a little bit. They've been running it real well on this drive, and it was 3rd and short, okay? They decided to throw the football incomplete. Yeah, they might have thought just a little bit too hard about that play selection.
And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And that will just add 3 more to a lead that's already out of hand. A little bit of a lower trajectory there on the deep kick, and it worked.
Had to do it because he had to drive it out low because of the length of the kick. Able to do that, got it above the defense.
Now following the field goal, what can this offense do? We're about to find out.
Double tight, guys, double tight. Hey.
On the run, it's Charles. And able to break make one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Now Jamal Charles, might be in some pain here, remaining down on the ground. We'll check on his status when we return to Orchard Park. On the give, this is their fullback. He's got daylight past the 20 and all the way down to the 10-yard line. A big play there on third down for the Broncos. 53 yards. So the fullback, the beef, normally the lead blocker, shows that he can run it a long ways as well.
And he does have an ability to run away from people, but you and I both know he'd rather run through people when he carries the ball.
Another carry for the fullback, Janovich. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be second and goal.
Now that's the defense that they were looking for, being able to get extra bodies to the point of attack to deal with the big guy carrying the ball. You really don't want to be in a position where it's a one-on-one tackle with him.
Play action now, Bradford. And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. So another score there, and often you talk about the three phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a fourth phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
We are in the fourth and final quarter as the offense will have the football starting this drive, 1st and 10. A first down throw for Bradford. And a scary incompletion, almost picked off. It would have been their first INT of the game. Instead, second down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense if that fell harmlessly to the ground. He'll rifle this one deep right side, and he almost intercepted it. They haven't picked a ball off yet. That probably should have been their first, and it's third down now. Fourth quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charlie, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
This is where, fourth quarter, you got the lead, you give it to the big guy. Defensively kind of sucks the will out of them, doesn't it? Because they don't want to tackle him right now this late in the game.
But you say that with accusatory tones. I mean, but you're exactly right. I know it's not something we actually want to talk about, but as a defender, 4 quarters worth of trying to bring people down.
So after giving up the touchdown, now what can this offense do? Can they strike back? We'll see. 1st and 10. And coming out now, the Broncos. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. These guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
They've gone to their fullback quite a bit. He'll get it again. And now running right through it. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
Our eyes and attention are on the fullback. Big time carry, big yardage. But how about the guys up front, the offensive line? A lot of people think they may have to block it differently for the fullback to get big yardage. They really don't. Because he's big, strong, and powerful, a lot of times he makes his own way. They may not have to block as hard.
Hey, tight end's right. Watch tight end. Hey, we got 4 down.
On the draw, here's the fullback, Janovich. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
I know a lot of times we like to put players in certain boxes. He does this and he does that. But this guy, he can do a little bit of everything. He's not just a lead blocker or a guy who protects the passer. Handing the ball, you might want to get out of the way.
Watch tight end. Four down. Check.
Now an inside draw. This is their fullback. And trying to push forward, but he is going to be stuffed up in the backfield.
After a play like that, there should be congratulations all the way around, I think, because if you can stop a big fullback like that, that's not easily done.
Yeah, he does not go down easily. You're right, but he did there. And this will probably be the final play before the 2-minute warning. To throw on second down, Bradford. They're unable to connect, but a late flag comes in. And the contact may have come too early.
Pass interference, offense.
So flag for the contact, pass interference.
And I know that you're going to look at me and roll your eyes, and rightfully so, because you know what I'm going to say. Doesn't the defender have a right to the football as well?
No, I don't like defenders.
That's because you spent too much time with me. Okay, I'll side with you on this one. Here's the correct call.
Defense still with 3 timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them here as the kneel down comes. Defense still with 3 timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them here as the kneel down comes. Checking the NFL scoreboard, they're in the 4th now in Minneapolis. And it's the Bucs who are leading that one. A win would be their 2nd on the young season. And they won't run a play here, no victory formation. They will indeed try to get 3 more. And this one is right through. And they're well on their way now as the lead grows even larger. So the drive stalls out, but they are able to put 3. Well, in this one, partner, we had some action all the way down to the final whistle there with the late points and then the kickoff to end it.
Yeah, and the best part about it is just seeing how teams battled all the way to the end, you know. Didn't really matter. The scoreboard was pretty well set, but they still competed until the final whistle.
So for the Broncos, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they'll return home next week to take on the Oakland Raiders. Meanwhile, for the Bills, they'll fall to 1-2. And they'll try to turn it around next week as they head to Atlanta for a matchup with the Falcons. So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. With that, we say so long from Buffalo.